Bugatti?
Pulling up 6 speed. Ah, damn, they're inviting me, but like,
Alright, Elijah, it's time for the patch notes.
it's my favorite time.
So, you have it up?
Yeah.
Okay, lovely.
100 rounds right at your brain.
Okay, so, Elijah, did you know that we're almost at the 10-year anniversary of League of Legends?
10 years, Mr. Allen?
This game has been out for almost 10 years. And how long have we been playing it?
Mr. Allen, we've been playing for 6 of them. We started at season 4.
Jesus
Mr. Allen,
Christ.
it's been 6 years of League of Legends. Now,
Since the start of high school.
since the start of high school, Mr. Allen, how does it feel, like, knowing, like, here we are at our journey so far?
Well,
Like, you and I have just transcended the ages.
it feels... I wish it felt humbling, but honestly, it just feels like shit, because I remember when the game was actually fun. So,
Come on, bro.
there's that. Alright, so I'll do the little intro. Let's look over this. So, in this patch notes, we can expect, Elijah, big changes. Big. Now, I actually saw some of these changes.
Wait, does Worlds, wait, which patch does
Not
Worlds
on
play
this
on?
one.
Not
This is after.
Is it a, okay, never mind.
So, I'm going to criticize Riot later on, but they, in their words, say big changes to Garen, Shaco, and Victor.
Ooh, Shaq?
Not big enough to be rework, but big enough to excite players that play these champions.
No, it doesn't matter.
What?
Dude,
Come on.
No, if they're not changing the kid, then it don't matter.
They want to strengthen their identities, Elijah,
Nope.
and make them viable.
Because they're already not viable.
Garen isn't viable.
Hell no, he is.
Shaco isn't viable.
Hell no, dude. I don't do anything on
What
that
about
thing.
Victor? Come on, Victor has to be.
No.
Okay, so aside from those reworks, Elijah, basically nothing else is happening, so let's move down. Alright,
Okay.
we have 3 new skins coming out this patch. High Noon Ash, Infernal Hecarim, and Infernal Darius.
But those are both high noon.
Infernal. So,
Chris, they're all high noon, Mr. Allen.
Infernal.
I
Infernal.
think you're misinformed. Are you reading the same patch notes as I?
Yes, they're Infernal. So anyway. Oh, and I misspoke. It's not High Noon Ash, it's Arclight Ash. But anyway,
Oh, okay.
have you seen these skins and like the videos on them?
No, I don't play any of these champions. I don't care.
Well, I looked at the Ash one, but apparently the Darius one is looking good.
Wait, is he like burning his like axe in that
I
splash?
have no clue what he's doing. The Hecarim one is pretty good, and the Ash one I heard is really good.
Really? 1350?
No, 1820.
Oh, it's a legendary?
Yeah, the Ash one is a legendary.
Holy father and son.
Yeah, that's her second legendary
Yeah, what is with them constantly pumping out legendaries? What is
for
this?
ADs. I don't
For
know.
ADs, no less.
I like it though. I remember I told you, like a guy took the statistics and he said that like of all the legendary skins that came out, like I think 70% of them were for ADs, or some bullshit like that, like a high percentage. But I like it. I'm not gonna buy it. If Hunter was here, I would have had him buy it for me. But those are later times. So anyway, moving down to the actual champion changes. Elijah, tell me what you think of Blitzcrank.
I think Thresh is better than him. I think with Blitzcrank, you can't do anything once you land Q. That's it. That's all you do is you land the Q.
Interesting. I think Blitzcrank is ass.
I
And
think he's just annoying. He's such a cunt.
oh god. And apparently Riot thinks he's too strong because you know they buffed him, right?
Really? What'd they do to him?
Last patch they actually increased the range of his Q.
Yeah, I mean, they buffed him in the sense like they only gave him like a little help to his one thing he does. He's still bad, I think.
Yeah, so
Thresh is
basically,
just so much better than him.
yeah, he's just a do or die champion. He's like, you either grab or you don't, and then you're useless. And even then,
Yeah.
I feel like he falls off because like his ult is good early, but after early, it's like it does wiener nothing. Like he has a knock up, I guess. So what? If you get grabbed, you're dead. It doesn't matter if you get knocked up. So they're actually nerfing him, which I don't really agree with. But what do you think? Do you
That's
think
fine.
he deserves to be nerfed?
No, I think he's just bad. Whatever, it's fine.
Okay. All right. So Garen,
All right.
Ironically, of the three changes they said of the three champions, I think Garen is getting the most touched on. So like I would say this is kind of like a mini rework for Garen.
Really?
But
Another one?
yes, but the other ones that they're doing, like, the Shaco one, I'm fucking like, I'm gonna say something about that one. And I
Ooh,
have
baby,
no
I can't
clue
wait.
actually what they're doing for Victor. I didn't even know they were changing Victor, but Garen. So basically, Elisha, to put this in perspective, his passive regen is getting fucking nerfed. Regardless of what this says, it's fucking nerfed.
Hey, Chris, but the first line says more reliable.
No, no. More
Oh,
reliable means it's worse late and better early.
I don't know if I like that too much, Chris. I think what made him was his late game fucking passive.
I kind of
When
like
he
this
fucking
change though, because honestly, late game, it doesn't need to be as crazy as it is. If I need to wait an extra 5 seconds to get to full health, does that really matter if the team fight's over? Because like you're not gonna regen in the team fights, so it's like it was stupidly ridiculous for no reason. Like late game, you're gonna regen 200 health a second, but you have to be out of combat to do it. So it's like I don't know why it was so crazy. It didn't need to be. But now they're taking away power from it and putting it into his early game, which I like, because the early game is what you need to get through on Garen to like do something. Like if you get clapped early game, Garen doesn't bring anything to the table CC wise, so basically he's just a useless champion that's supposed
yeah,
to do
like
damage
that.
but doesn't. And
So you're saying he's more of a bruiser than a tank?
yes,
I thought that
and
was his whole thing, the tank.
well, tanks traditionally have some sort of CC. Garen only has a silence. Only. And
Yeah.
it's a one person silence. So Garen is definitely more of a bruiser, and with bruisers you need to like do something early to be relevant mid to late. And even then they kind of fall off late. But Garen was different. I felt Garen was one of the different champions because of his villainy mechanic. That let him do true damage and execute
Didn't they take that
people.
away from him?
Yes.
Nice.
So because of that, now he's going back to just a run-of-the-mill bruiser who comes, like, come late game will do nothing. Because he lost his villainy passive. But anyway, basically, his W, I think they nerfed. Because his, like, damage reduction... Wait, actually, let me read the specifics, because I don't know the specifics. The biggest thing, though, is his E scales with attack speed, so we're going to see Troll, like, attack speed Garen builds. But basically,
Nice.
so his health regen goes from 2 to 8 of his max health in 5 seconds.
Pull out
From
a bag.
1.5
Pull out
to
a cash.
10. From levels 1 to 18. Wait, so it's actually a buff, then. Wait, what? Wait, so they changed it
Play with
again.
him, rag.
I saw on Surrender 20 they nerfed it late game, but now this they actually buffed it. What the fuck?
Yo, so he's good. Passive good.
Wait a minute.
Passive muy bueno.
No. It's nerfed. I was right. It was nerfed. Garen no longer passively doubles regeneration health while below 25 or 50%. So that's what they took away.
Really?
Yeah. And now
That's-
they lowered it. They actually did nerf it even more now. So in the beginning of the
Yeah,
game,
that sucks, kinda.
yeah, in the beginning of the game, it was 9 seconds, like of taking no damage, and then late game it became 4 seconds. So like,
Now it's just 7 at all.
yeah, now it's
Like,
7 at all. So it's like
that's
nerfed again.
Kinda sucky.
Yeah, it fucking blows. So Q got
Everything
like
else.
micro buffed. It's like, oh, you could do it faster if you have attack speed. Cool. W takes a lot longer, a shit ton longer. Well, actually, no, wait, no, they changed that too. Okay, so it's different from
I
Surrender
tell
20.
boy, yeah.
It takes the same amount of time to stack, but it gives you less armor and MR, which I think is kind of stupid. And then... Yeah, and then the W, I guess, grants a shield, which is actually, I think, better, realistically. Actually... I don't
Slap
know.
Chris's bitch.
No, wait, no, this is better, because it guarantees 60% tenacity. They doubled the tenacity. Holy shit. That's crazy.
Dude, what the hell? Yo, this nigga is crazy now.
Yeah, so now you're not going to be able to CC him as easily. He'll just run you down.
Dude, he's gonna be so annoying.
Dude, I like that.
And attack speed Garen is gonna be a thing now, dude.
Yeah, so
What,
the
dude?
spins were 5 to 10. So just early on, the E is just better. These just
Yeah.
straight up better. But now instead of scaling with level, which it used to do, it now just scales purely off attack speed.
Yeah.
So oh my god, I'm thinking, will people go lethal tempo Garen? Because that'll be
Are
pretty
you sure?
nutty.
Because the Alexander the Great thing.
Wait, let me see. Now grant stacks of Conquer on each one. Well, that's good too,
Yeah.
but like
All black on me.
Conquer isn't gonna give you two. I don't know. I'm actually gonna test maybe Lethal Tempo Garen. And then
Hell yeah.
the damage per spin went way fucking down. So they kind of nerfed it. 25% to the nearest enemy. So they nerfed the single target damage. They nerfed how many times it needs to spin before the shred, but that makes sense because you're going to spin a lot faster now. Okay,
Yeah.
I mean, I guess his E is somewhat buffed, maybe late, if you build attack speed for some reason.
Yep, this is what they want.
They want attack speed Bruiser Garen.
Attack speed Garen, okay.
Oh my
Alright,
God.
alright.
And then the R is, I think...
It's just a straight up nerf, it looks like.
Yes and no. It now always does true damage, I think. Yeah.
What was before? It didn't always do true
Magic.
damage? Oh, yeah, you're right.
Because the villain took the true damage, but only the villain. Now anyone takes the true damage. Okay, I mean, overall, I think Garen's buffed from this. He's better early, I think, I guess. I don't know. I hope. But further testing is required, but this is an interesting change, and I like this. What do you think of that, Elijah?
I think Garen's alright. I don't play him, but
Okay.
I think he's better. Like overall, like you said, it's a big kiss from Riot.
Okay, now,
Thank you.
Hunter's favorite champion,
Ew,
Ivern.
ew.
How long has it been since we've seen an Ivern?
I don't know, but look what they did to him.
What did they do?
Look at the first line, Chris.
Let me see. Now a ranged champion.
Dude, they took so now he doesn't come up and slap you. Now he just throws like little things at you all the time.
Yes. So basically, this is just a straight buff, but will this do anything? No, because Ivern's ass. So, moving forward. Lysandra. Did you know they, like, reworked Lysandra a little bit?
I think I remember them doing it.
They gave her, like, an entirely new passive.
Yeah, with the, when they die or some shit.
Yeah.
Stupid.
And then, like,
So
no
stupid.
one played her.
Yeah, because her O passive, like, she got, like, a free ability, like,
Yeah,
every
free
couple
mana
seconds.
or whatever. Or, yeah, no,
Yeah.
free ability. I don't know. I think this passive that she got was honestly better. Which I don't understand
Really?
then why she... Yeah, because this is actually, like, a damaging thing. Albeit, it's only when someone dies. But...
Yeah, exactly. And you know, I feel like she never does enough damage.
But
I feel like she's always, like...
Yeah.
Like, she's a sustained fighter. She's not burst.
Yeah...
That's why she's tanky, because she's there for a while.
I guess. The only people I've seen play Lysandra are people who are not afraid to go in. So this is the exact opposite champion of Jesse Lociel. But anyway. I think
Anthony's
Lysandra's really bad. Wait, why? What happened with Anthony?
I have no idea. But, I mean, if you want to detract from your video.
No.
Okay, then nothing's going on, dude. We're just...
The show must
chilling.
go on. So anyway.
You're Australian.
Yeah, the show must go on.
Arm and leg.
Alright, so anyway, Lysandra. So I think
Yeah.
Lysandra sucks ass. The main
Go.
problem with
She does
Lysandra
damage.
is her range. Her range, and she needs to go in. Which on a mage,
Yeah.
it's like, why would you? It's like the old Urgot. The old Urgot was an ADC that was prioritizing going in.
He threw himself in the middle of
Yeah,
the fight.
he threw himself.
I was uncanny if you think about it. It was ahead of his time.
Yeah, it's pretty like stupid and weird, but basically Lysandra's the same way. I'm pretty much certain, unless they just number buff her to the point where she's OP because of the numbers, they're gonna rework her eventually. Like, I don't think this champion's good or will be good unless she's extremely overtuned.
I agree.
But they're buffing her passive, so it hopefully does something when someone dies. And then they're buffing her W, which is so unreliable and you only use to, like, run away.
And you have to be like right on top
Yeah.
of them for it to fucking matter.
Like, you realistically only use it when you're trying to get someone off of you.
Yeah. Overall, it is a buff though. It is a big buff. Another
Yeah.
kiss to Lysandra.
I mean, again, unless they change her kit or rework her, they're just gonna keep number buffing her until she is
Yeah.
OP.
She doesn't need a kiss. She needs like a tonguing from Riot. So this is the...
Yes. And her skins are ass, too. Give her a rework. I think she needs a fucking rework.
Yeah.
Okay, now. Mantheon.
I've never played the new Pantheon.
I haven't either, but I have strong opinions on it, and I'll voice them once again here. So you...
I heard that he's the same exact champion.
Yes. Yes.
They accomplished nothing.
Yes, and let me tell you something too. Here's the changes from the old Pantheon to the new one. the new one, has a bit more range. His ult might damage a couple more people, not necessarily do more damage. It actually does less, but it will hit more people, and he'll live longer in the team fights. That's the difference between new Pantheon to old. So I think if they want to like play on Pantheon's whole thematic, well, his thematic is he's the god of war, so he should be good late game. But for some reason he's not, and
he can only help them win the war in the early game.
Yeah, exactly. If that's his whole thematic, why the fuck does Riot not over buff him to be good into the mid game? I feel like mid game he falls off and doesn't do shit either. He only does shit in the first like 15 minutes of the game. So I don't know. I don't know why with this rework they decided to just keep that and make it so he does it for like 2 seconds longer because of his E. But I think Pantheon's absolute ass, and if they're gonna do anything to him, they should buff his early and mid game. I don't think he needs a nerf though, but let's see what they're doing.
Yeah.
They're bug fixing him.
Ooh, hell yeah.
Okay. And they're increasing the base damage. Wait, are they increasing it? No, they're nerfing it late game.
Nerfing it late. So Riot, it looks like they heard exactly what you said and realized, hell no, we're not buffing him later into the game. In fact, we're making him weaker.
Okay, fuck this. Let's move on. Kiana. So I've heard Kiana.
Ooh, Adrian.
Yo, I've seen Adrian's Kiana. It makes me want to vomit. He's getting better, though. Ironically, he is getting better, but it's like a curve. Like, you are ass at a champion at first, then you get really good, but then the more you play them, like, the harder it is to get better. I think Adrian's curve isn't that high. But,
Adrian.
Kiana, I think, is actually a really OP champion, and I want to play her before they nerf her more. Because there's no way, like, they're not going to just do this and then leave her. She's going to get nerfed even harder. But,
that's a big job.
Yeah, I think Kiana's really good in the hands of someone who's competent. Excuse me. She's definitely a champion who needs to be like played by someone competent. She's not an easy champion. However, the thing I like about Kiana is she's stylish. Just like her personality, how she's like a fucking sassy diva. She's stylish as fuck when she like is raping people. Like it looks cool when she rapes people. But I honestly have no clue what her entire kit does.
Neither do
I. It's very complicated and convoluted, and I don't even understand it. So I honestly have no clue if this does anything. If what they're doing right now to her Q does anything, because I don't know where her damage comes from. I don't know which ability. I don't know what it does. So I'm assuming.
I have to agree with you, Chief.
Yeah, I'm assuming since they're nerfing it by 20 damage early, that's a good amount. And then 20 damage. No damage late. Never mind. So. They're just nerfing the early game. Yeah, that's fine, because I think assassins are extremely weak late game. Any assassin that gets to late is weak, because they can't burst the AD, and then they lose their entire, like, worth.
They can't do exactly what they were fucking made to do.
I think
they can't assassinate anything.
Exactly. I think there needs to be a sweeping change in League of Legends for assassins to be good late. Because, like, they just don't do anything late.
Yeah, all they do is just bait out spells, like, early. Or later into the game, I mean.
At that point...
Just try to, bait spells.
Yeah, at that point, if the enemy has a mage, they're already better than you. Because mages scale extremely well into late game. Yeah. So, Kiana got hit early. Oh, wow.
Not even nothing. Right.
Okay, here we go. Fucking Shaco.
Yes, dude, here we are.
When I saw what they were changing... Now, maybe it changed. Because some of the Garen changes, like, were changed from Surrender 20. So, before I say anything, let's just look at the changes. So, what did they do? Let's see. The W boxes are now AoE.
Yes. Now we kill. Now you all will be feared.
There's more early game damage.
I like that. Good. I feel like I do nothing early.
And there's less...
Even though you're ganking all the time early, I feel like.
And there's less late game damage.
Late game Shaco, you really don't do anything. Yeah, they're right. Yeah. No, it doesn't matter. They're taking away something we don't even have.
Exactly, because he's an assassin. And what did we just talk about?
Yeah, we don't kill no one.
So let's see what Riot says. Shaco's playstyle and identity have both been changed considerably post rework, and the gameplay gains have been dubious. Dubious at best.
Fucking dubious.
Shaco should feel empowered to interact and play with the enemies, especially in the early game, but struggles to do so. With these changes, we're aiming to round out the damage he deals throughout the game, so basically nerf him late, and instead of having his damage center around his late game one-shot potential, which doesn't exist, additionally, we want to support both more common AD and more niche AP Shaco builds as different play styles. So they're nerfing it.
Yes.
They're nerfing it.
Yes.
So we've changed E's damage type and moved some ratios around to encourage each build to play differently around their abilities. They're nerfing him. They're nerfing him, and he's gonna be so much more ass.
What?
I can tell you that right now.
Chris, no.
I can tell you that right fucking now.
Play styles.
So automatically we see they slapped his base damage, which is like great.
But early they said.
Yes.
Early damage.
They slapped his base damage. They slapped his growth of damage. So no matter what, base Shaco will not only be weaker early, but never be as strong as he was.
Yes.
So now his passive. What does his current passive do? When you go behind someone, you do more damage, right?
Yeah.
Is it only with basics or is it with everything?
That's just basic.
Okay, so that's ass. That's pretty much ass already. So what are they doing? Basic attacking an enemy now deals an additional 10 to 25 damage from behind. And it can crit. What the fuck? That's so bad. Oh, what?
I mean,
I'm gonna crit for 50 extra damage late game. You need to shut up, bitch.
Ooh,
Not
damn.
very
You got that on
impressed,
stream
yes.
too. Hell yeah.
So you're telling me the big like huzzah Shaco's getting for his passive is I could do, and this is at most late game, 50 extra damage if I hit them from the back.
Well, think about this, Crystal. Before, well, the one it can crit, which it didn't do before.
If it crits, it's 50.
Oh, if it crits, it's 50.
Yes.
Oh, wait, that changes everything.
That's what I was saying. Like at most.
I had a whole argument. Nah, it's kind of whatever now. I mean, it's regular Shaco, a little worse.
And his 2 shiv poison, I don't know what that is. I guess that's his passive or something. Now deals an additional 15 to 50 damage from behind. So that's if you're going AP.
So, yeah, so basically that's like the like a bone toss to fucking. I think both AD Shaco players and AP Shaco players, because now it just does bonus damage if they're looking away, no matter
Yeah,
what
it's
you're
like
doing.
wiener.
Well, yeah, but at least it's something. Again, they're giving us something. We
Okay,
didn't have before.
what if I'm playing Jhin, right? And on Jhin, they give me a half a second extra to use my ulti. Like the time I'm in it, they give me a half a second extra, and they're like, all right, Jhin, here's your buff.
Yeah, well, I mean, to us, it's not like a meaningful buff, but it is a buff nonetheless because you're still stronger than you were before. Well, yeah, but I mean,
If the end result doesn't change, then I don't care. But anyway, that's just his passive. I think these changes, again, like you said, are buffs, but I think they're stupid. Next.
Yeah, they're not meaningful.
His Q stealth duration is getting buffed early and nerfed late game.
Oh, that is disgusting. Why would they do that?
The cooldown is going down, though. Like, you could use it more often.
Oh, so you use it more often.
Yeah.
Well, no, that's fine. Actually, no, that's fine. Yeah. Because I see how low it is base, 10% with the 60%
But
or 45%. That's just going to be crazy.
But Deceive's cooldown used to reduce when you exited invisibility and you did a basic, but now it doesn't do that anymore.
Why?
I don't
Why
know.
would they do it, Mr. Allen?
And the Q damage is getting buffed under certain pretenses.
Yeah, buffed. Yeah, I was gonna say, hold up, G.
Because normally it's nerfed. Because if you notice, the scaling went down.
Yeah.
And it only scales off AD now. Before it used to scale off both.
Yeah, now for AP they're getting slapped on the wrist for their like playstyle.
Yes. So like the base damage is up by 15. That
Like,
has no
for AD,
relevance.
that's huge, kind of the bottom part of the crit. I feel like.
But it's only 130%.
I mean, but yeah, but it's still like stronger than it was.
Okay, Elijah.
Like-
To put in perspective, any crit you do,
Yeah.
the crit to Shaco's thing, right?
But it always
That's
crits
with a
straight.
200% modifier.
Okay.
This is 130%.
Wait, it's always like that now?
Any crit that happens in this game, unless otherwise specified, is 200% damage.
Well, yeah, but this is like a buff to something he didn't have early. Like early in the game, that's strong, where you don't have the crit
But it's
already
only
built.
if
You know
you
what I
get it
mean?
from behind. If you don't hit them from behind, you're not doing as much damage.
Well, yeah, but I mean, you're always supposed to hit him from behind as Shaco. Like as a Shaco player, that's traditionally what you're supposed to be doing. You're supposed to be behind them
But
the
is
entire
that
time.
feasible?
No, it's just a buff again that wasn't there before, so it's a buff, Chris. Fuck. That's
Okay.
what it is.
Anyway, I think this is worse off. I think his Q sucks dick.
Come on, cuz.
Next, his W. You all get a
Oh, yeah, the
box.
box.
When triggered, his boxes can now attack multiple enemies in its range.
Oh, now they can fire Glockies?
Yes.
Hell yeah, that's big.
So, it's 2 seconds for fearing non-champions. That's whatever. 100% follow stage most peers. Wait. Wait. Can the W not fear champions now?
No, it can. Why would it not?
Because why did they specify that 100
But
move
look,
speed for all
feared
enemies to
movement
60
speed.
for minions monster? Oh, no, you're right. Yeah, I didn't read the full
Yeah,
thing.
I was gonna
Okay,
say,
never
you
mind.
little
Never
cock.
mind.
You Glock and
That's
Hirari? Why
okay,
would
yeah,
they
I
change
was
that?
right. Okay, so basically the single target damage is unchanged and they're just giving it AoE.
Yeah.
So it does more damage. It does PP damage to everything that's not the main target. Because realistically, like, if you're doing 15 damage per, like, little Shaco box tick, is that a lot?
No.
No. So, I'm noticing the trend with what they're doing with Shaco.
I don't like
They're
it.
giving him a lot of uselessness.
I don't like it, Chris.
This is so bad.
As a Shaco player, I don't like it.
Okay, so the W... I mean, there's nothing they took away from it, so the W is literally just straight buffed. But the buff is it does AoE.
That's it, literally.
So the single... Shut your mouth!
Beep.
So the single target damage you're doing... So, let's put it this way. If you're an enemy, and you walk into a Shaco box, in the new patch versus the old patch, nothing has changed.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Just making sure. So now his E. Some would say, like, one of the big parts of his kit. What are they doing? They're making it magic.
I don't like that.
So
I don't
now
like that.
any physical AD Shaco player, the main part of...
He is useless.
Yeah, the main part of Shaco's kit is his Q.
Or autos. Which is an auto. Basically, if I build AD Shaco, it has to be if I'm auto attacking. Like, that's all I'm doing as Shaco. If I build AD, I don't have any ability that supports me.
But Q...
But it doesn't do no fucking damage. All it does is, like, give me a little, like, they toss me a bone in the early game, but for the rest of the game, I'm autoing.
Okay, so let's see the damage. The damage got
That's
buffed. And it actually does scale off AD. But, oh, so it's like Corki. So it's like Corki where, like, it does magic, but it scales off
but
AD.
it scales off AD. Oh, okay, alright, we judged too early. Wait, hold up.
But the scaling's worse.
Oh, okay, wait, throw it back again.
So the scaling's worse, but they gave him 15 extra base damage. Late game. And early game, actually. That's actually pretty good.
Because look what they did to that.
Execute damage. 0 to 50% increased damage based on missing health.
Now that he just straight up executes.
Wait, that's bad.
Yeah, I know.
Wait, that's so much worse. So now they have to be basically dead for you to do extra damage.
For you to do damage with this thing, yes.
I thought they said they were buffing him early.
Yeah, dude, 130% crit.
So what? Like
Auto attacks.
wait, okay, wait. Let me do the
box.
math on this. Hold up. So 130% crit on how much damage? Let's see how much this is, right?
63 damage.
So let's assume it's like the third rank. Let's assume it's 45.
Okay.
And then plus 20.25 bonus AD will round that up to 50. So you have 50 damage from the Q. If that critically strikes, it would have been 100 with the normal modifier.
What is it now, Mr. Allen? Now that we're enhanced.
If it's 50, it's less than 75. And then half of 25 is around 12. So it's around 65. You're getting 15 extra damage if it crits.
Oh, hell yeah. Oh, hell yeah. AD Shaco, this shit hit.
You're getting 15 extra damage from the Q.
What the fuck is this?
And then from the passive, you're also getting 20. Well, that's late game. 15. So overall, with this new Shaco that has, moved around scalings and everything, if you go and plan his thematic and go to the back of an enemy and auto them, you'll get an extra 30 damage.
Yes.
Do you like that, Elijah?
As a Shaco player, I'm not playing him. Hell yeah.
Okay, so
I don't want to play him.
So his E got nerfed, his W got straight buffed,
Maybe
his
it's just a
Q
troll.
got nerfed,
Maybe to fuck around.
his base stats got nerfed. Let's see his R. His R got kind of Omega buffed. His boxes trigger immediately, which is good. So it'll fear the enemy immediately. Wait, does his ulti boxes fear the enemy?
Oh, yeah, they do.
Okay.
That's kind of huge.
Okay, yeah, so that's pretty big. The damage is getting nerfed in
AP.
every single way. Every single way it's getting nerfed. Base damage and scaling, it's getting nerfed. So he's worse early game no matter what, and can't bring it back late game. And then the fucking AoE box damage is good, so again, on a single target, this does nothing and changes nothing. And the fear got buffed early, but nerfed late.
It's like AoE splash damage for like
Yeah,
AP
wiener.
Shaco players. Well, yeah, but I mean, for AP Shaco players, it is. Like
Oh, so you can clear the jungle 2% faster.
Giving him a little bone, Mr.
This
Allen, okay?
this fucking change, I think, makes Shaco absolute fucking monkey tits ass. This is the stupidest change I've ever seen Riot do up to date.
Chris,
This does nothing. This is almost as bad as saying, oh, we really don't like Ziggs's pushing power, so we're giving him a tower execute.
Yes.
This is so stupid. Shaco's ass now. Don't play him. Okay, moving on. Sona. Quality of life changed to Sona. They added a resource bar so it's easier to track her path. Thank you! Oh my god, that's so good. Because I guarantee you, 80% of Sona players don't even realize what their passive does.
Yes.
The only time you'll realize it is if you really pay attention to yourself and not what's going on in the lane, not the map. No, if you look at your character model, which some Sona players only do that, and you see that you're lighting up purple or fucking or
that's the only way it happens. It feels like at random because you don't know.
Yeah, you don't even know. It's every 3 ability cast that Sona does, and then her things get empowered. And I bet you people didn't even read it because they don't know what it does. Did you know Sona can reduce the enemy's damage?
No.
If you empower your W, or not her W, wait, is it? Yeah. If you empower your W, which is the heal, right?
Yeah.
And you auto them, it reduces the enemy's damage by like 30%. But anyway, the E slows them if you empower them with that.
But like I guess like before then, like if you knew what that did, like you were like had clout, like you were a good Sona player because like you spotted it.
Yeah, now the only thing people use is the Q passive. Like the Q auto. Because the Q one gives you the most damage and people only use that one. So there's that. So Sona, quality of life buff. Will this change too much? Maybe. Alright, now on to my peoples. Varus. Varus the
80.
So, what do I feel about Varus? I feel Varus is not in a great spot. However, he's one of the best ADs. So, Varus is very good under certain circumstances. If Varus is dealing with tanky people, he's pretty decent. But his build path is awkward. Yeah, because the W. His build path is awkward, though, because he's not necessarily an AD that functions well with crit.
Nope. Not anymore.
And the main problem is Varus.
He just autos.
Yeah, Varus has no escape whatsoever. Like, the only thing he has is his ult. And if he misses that, he's fucked.
He's good for setups, though. He's an AD that initiates.
Yeah, he's like a...
He's a good initiate AD.
I don't want to call him a... like, I have different classifications of AD. I have, it's like, I forgot the name for it. It's what Ashe and Jhin are.
Support kind of oriented.
Yeah, like the utility
Like
ADs.
team utility. Yeah, utility. There you go.
So Varus, I lump him in with similarly to Jhin and Ashe. He's a utility AD. But of the utility ADs of Ashe and Jhin, I feel like he's one of the top tier ones for the pure fact that he might not have as much utility as the other ADs, such as Ashe and Jhin. Jhin has, I think, the second most utility up to Ashe. Him and Ashe are tied, but Varus is below them in utility. But Varus is above them in damage. They will not outdamage Varus. Varus does disgusting damage if you get him set up right. Like, it is actually gross. He has a lot of burst, actually, given that too. He has a lot of burst and reliable power. But what are they doing to him? If anything, he's kind of been played in Worlds and LCS, so I'm thinking he might get nerfed, but I don't know. Alright, so let's see what they're doing. They're increasing his base AD, which is good. They're increasing his mana regen, which is good. They're increasing... They're rounding out his mana, and they're rounding out his health. So he literally just got PP tiny quality of life buffs, which is good.
Yeah.
So Varus, they think, is weak, and I would agree he is generally weak. But Varus, when he's strong, it's really dangerous. Cause
he's like, he's either like fucking bad or he's in the holy trifecta of like 80s that are being played at all times.
Yes. Varus is one of the things about Varus that's very scary to buff, and he's not like Caitlyn in this respect, is he has a lot of range. People don't know that Varus has more range than most ADs.
Varus can kill?
Which doesn't make sense how Caitlyn's in this game. I think Caitlyn should be removed. Because Varus's range is given to him because he has no movement, like anything. So he needs to have a little bit more range. Then you have people like Caitlyn who have an escape and God's range. So it's like, what's going on? But Varus...
Some things aren't adding up, right?
Yeah, something... I think Caitlyn should be reworked or removed. But, moving on. Victor. So the last change that... Or the last mini rework that I know nothing about. So, before we get into it, Elijah, have you seen Victor recently?
Nope. I used to play him, though, back in the day.
Okay, now I know they reworked him once, and then James stopped playing him, because he's like, oh, Victor can't one-shot anymore.
Yeah, he like, runs with you now.
Yeah, like, I think he does sustain damage. So, I haven't seen Victor in a while, but I actually know, like, a surprising stat from LCS. So... aside from Veigar and Nasus and, you know, the stacking champions, Victor in this game is the champion that had the biggest burst. Like, of all the champions in this game, no one could do as much DPS as Victor could. Aside from the stacking champions, yes. His burst was the biggest in the entire game. However, I don't know if they nerfed him. I don't know what they did to him. To me, he kind of seems like a scaling, like, unique technology mage. Like, that's his whole thematic. I'm going to get the Hex Core, and it's going to scale with me into late game and make me God. But does it do that? I don't think so. So, what are they doing? I'm curious. I'm very curious. So, and I assume since we haven't seen Victor, Victor sucks cock. But anyway.
Yeah.
The Q no longer scales with Victor's mana. So that's a straight nerf. W now grants a slow to other spells. Oh shit, what the fuck?
That's pretty fucking huge.
Okay. And R now ticks faster and moves quicker. If they're not changing the damage on the R, that's a big buff. So, let me see. They're offering him more exciting augments.
That's good.
So that's the general thing. Okay, so Q. The shield does not scale off... Oh, it's the shield. Oh, no one gives a shit about this. But this is a buff. This is a buff.
Yeah. No, that's huge.
So that's good. The W. Instead of having them pulled into the middle, which realistically did nothing, it now has all his other abilities gain a Rylai's passive.
That's good.
Which is
That's so good. You don't have to build Rylai's anymore. Yeah.
What if it stacks with Rylai's?
That'd be...
Jesus Christ.
That'd be really good.
Yeah, that'd be a little crazy. So Victor's getting a lot of utility now. And then his R.
Yeah.
Do you know the Muffin Man?
Yes.
Chaos
It
Storm?
will change.
Wait, this is actually huge. Chaos Storm will
It's
continue to chase enemies after
beautiful.
he dies. That's crazy. Krako. Chaos Storm can now move over turn. That's even better. Holy shit. Wait, that's so good.
Yes.
And then the ticks have doubled. So instead of doing 3 ticks, it does 6. And like I assumed, they nerfed the damage. Okay, so that kind of
It would have had to, bro. Imagine that with the base shit already. Hell no.
So technically, if a person is low, you have to wait less time before they die. Like if a person was gonna die from this shit, they would die quicker at this point, because it just ticks faster. So
good. So he can like fight, like go in and out quicker. So he's like more bursty.
Yes, and the movement speed of the ult has went up to 25. So that's actually wait, that's actually good.
Dude, so Victor, out of like Victor, Shaco, and Garen, it looks like Victor's taking the crown for like the
buff,
the most like buffed.
Yeah, Garen got changed. I don't know if it's good. I don't know if it's bad. Shaco just got fucking nerfed.
He got beaten in the fucking cock for no reason.
Yeah, like no one even uses Shaco. Why are they nerfing him like that?
Dude, they just need to like give him a scope rework.
Yeah.
Like just do that.
So, Elijah, we're not done yet. We have one item this patch being changed.
Ooh, an item I used, by the way, Mr. Ballon.
So, Locket is actually getting Omega buffed.
Really?
Instead of doing 30 plus 15 per level, it does 120 plus 10 per
Hell
level.
yeah, let's fucking go, dude.
So
God
that
bless.
is an increase
Straight
of 300%. It's 300% stronger.
Better than it was before? Hell yes.
No, 400% stronger.
Hell yeah.
So that's actually crazy. It's
That's huge.
400% stronger early game, and it doesn't scale as well.
Yeah.
But it's still extremely good.
Yeah, this is good for us.
That's actually crazy. Locket's actually really fucking good.
Good.
And now you can
Feels
add
good, man.
friends via social media. No one cares. Bug fixes, no one gives a shit. And then we talked about the skins. And I'm assuming since the Ash skin is getting chromas, it's not that good. So we'll see. But I heard it was good. Like, I heard a lot of the Ash mains liked it. And I heard the quotes are pretty good.
Okay. So it's like a dyke.
But now I'm scared because, like, now she's getting a chroma for this skin. So that worries me. That worries me. But overall, Elijah, this patch, the mini rework
What are we giving
patch,
it, Mr. Ballon?
what are you thinking? What is your rating of this patch?
I'm glad you asked me, Mr. Allen. Because all in all, what this patch was a complete and utter waste of my fucking time, dude. What the hell is any of this shit? Like, the only person who got, like, anything worth noting was Victor. Everybody else is like...
Garen, we'll see. Garen to be announced.
Yeah, Garen to be announced. But everybody else was like, Riot, what the hell? Nobody cares.
They got, like, 2 AD.
And then the skins, again, Riot, what the hell? Nobody cares. So it's like...
You don't want another Ash skin?
Hell no, I don't want another legendary Ash skin. How about we get a legendary Kog'Maw skin?
Ash isn't even...
What the fuck about that, Chris?
I wish. Oh my
How about we give it to an AD who needs one?
Oh, you don't know.
Legendary Ratissimo skin, anything.
Dude, I'm telling you, and I'll say it on stream because I haven't said in the passion video.
You're gonna say the hard R?
Yes. The skins I want, like, I don't know why they have the God-given hard-on to make so many legendary skins for ADs that have them already.
Yes.
But if they make a legendary Kaisa, a legendary Kog'Maw, and a legendary Twitch skin, maybe even an ultimate with one of those mixed in there.
Ooh.
They do not... I will be... Like, me, I speak for all the AD mains because I'm the best AD. They do not need to make another AD skin that's legendary for the next 2 years. And we'll be happy.
Really?
And that is it.
All of you, your voices will be silenced?
Yes.
Your outpour of skins, that will be
For
it?
2 years. They can release 1350s, but, like, enough with the legendaries, Riot. Because the legendaries you're coming out with are, like, fucking stupid.
Hell yes, they are.
So anyway, what is your rating of this patch, Elijah? Out of 0 to 10 Mark Merrills, or whatever rating system you choose.
All right, I'm giving him a couple Mark Merrills because
How many?
I used to be a Victor player,
You
so I mean
did?
I do enjoy this. Yeah, I used to play him in rank.
Oh,
Some
God.
guy added me after a game too and said like, "Oh, you're cheating," and I was like, "What are you talking about? I'm just playing Victor, dude." Anyway, so as a Victor player back in the day, maybe I'll dust off my wand and like pick him up again.
You're a
But
fucking support player. Shut up.
I would have to give it to like 4.
4.
Not 4 is too generous because the skins are S2. I'm gonna give it 2.
Wow,
One
out
for
of 10.
Victor, out of 10. One for Victor and the other one for Lockett. This is kind of a bad
Wow.
match for me
Okay.
personally.
Okay. And what do you
Give it a
identify as in the League of Legends community?
I identify as a all around. I identify myself as a Renaissance man, if you will.
So you're not a support main.
Chris, I play support a lot because of you've been chained me to this role. Let this be known
can
on
leave the
Chris's
role.
YouTube
You
video
can leave
that
the
Chris
fucking
has
role.
shackled me.
Okay, you know what?
I used to be a top lane.
Alright. And did we win?
Yes.
No.
I was the butcher of the sand.
Yeah, and we lost because... No. You can leave my lane anytime you want, but you know by staying in it, we win. Anyway, I would rate this patch... it was pretty much ass. Like,
yes, sir.
But I'm not gonna say ass in the bad way. They didn't do changes that ruined people, except Shaco, but I don't care. So, I'm gonna rate this patch 5 out of 10 Mark Merrills. Because, like, the changes they did were changes that were supposed to help, but realistically don't. But, like, it was an attempted positive change. Like, there wasn't anything that they ruined, again, besides Shaco. So it's like, it's whatever. It's whatever to me. When they do a change thinking it's good, and then it ends up in something horribly bad, especially to an AD, that's probably when I'll go below the 5. But generally, a patch can't really go below 5 unless it's really bad. So I'm going to give this one 5 out of 10 Mark Merrills. So, Elijah, any closing thoughts, arguments, or anything?
Kill.
Okay. So that's going to be it for patch notes. 5 out of 10, and then 2 out of 10 for Mr. Roman.
Yes, sir.
And
I have to give it the hard love, dude.
Oh,
Riot.
Oh, God.
I'm sick of their shit. I'm gonna be honest.
And pretty decent skins, too, but yeah, that's it.
Yeah.